Oh, hello, how are you? Right, okay, today's video I'm going to show you how to create some buttons for your PowerPoint. So there's quite a few different ways of doing this, so I'm just going to show you a selection and let you guys choose. So basically I've got my PowerPoint up here. The buttons have already been made for it, so I'm just going to show you how I go about making them. So the easiest option is just go Insert, Shapes, and you can choose any of these shapes. So I normally go with sort of a curved one, but again it's totally up to you this. Pop it down, right click, Format Shape, and there's loads of effects that you got: shadows, reflections, you can do a gradient, fill, all sorts of things. So the idea is that you want to try and get it looking as best you can, and you can even sort of set like the text box and so on. So I'll leave you to play about with that. When you've got the colours and everything looking as you want them, right click, you can edit text, and you can put like the words in like staff, home, and so on. If you want to change the shape of the box, you can edit the points and sort of reshape it. I tend not to bother with that. Anyway, once you've got the button in, I would move this out of the way to sort of keep it as your spare, and then you can sort of copy, paste it in, and sort of just rename it as you want. When you paste it, be careful not to paste it on using that picture, because it doesn't give you the option to edit the text, so you must, when pasting it, use that one there. Okay, so that's one way of laying out your buttons. The other way of doing it is using Fireworks, and you're just going to go New Document. It's probably going to be quite small, this probably about 300 maybe by 150, and that'll be your button. Again, use your shapes, use photos off the internet, whatever you want to do, but this time you're going to have to put the text in. So if I went home, and mega quickly, if I just, for saving time's sake, if I just put a shape behind it, my god, that looks shockingly bad, but it'll do. So there we are, there's my button. Okay, now I got a funny feeling that once they're done, you're going to have to go File, Save As, call it Home, and save it in your R005 folder. Then you're going to have to go back into PowerPoint, Insert, Picture, and then go and find that Home button. So that it is an option. I would probably, to be honest with you, stick with just making the buttons inside PowerPoint, but that's your call. If you wanted sort of some fancy buttons, that, you know, it will definitely look better in Fireworks. The buttons will probably look a lot better, but it will take more time. If you don't want to use Fireworks, again, go back to your trusty old Draw Plus. There's shapes there, so you got your square, there's your fill color. You got loads of different types of fill, like your transparency, effects, and so on. You know, if that's what you want to do. Again, pop your text in. So you got your home in there. Size it up to how you want. Then you've just got to file, export, and again save it in your area. So export that into your user area, call it home, and then back to PowerPoint and insert picture. So it's up to you. You've got three options there. Personally, I would just use these shapes, but again, like as I said earlier, if you want to use Fireworks or Draw Plus to create something a little bit fancier, you can. In terms of what buttons you're going to make, I would look back at the scenario. You know, they're talking about water sports equipment, so you could have a button for water sports. You've got kayaks, surfboards, and wetsuits. It might be worth you reading this and in a Word document just make a list of all the pages that you're going to want. Remember, you can have sub pages, so you could have for sale, and then inside that for sale menu, kayaks, surfboards, and wetsuits, and you could have hire, kayaks, surfboards, and wetsuits. Okay, so you can have sub menus within menus. So yeah, as I said, make a list first and then go from there.